Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got a doubleheader here on July 8th, 1978, between the Padres and Braves. Game one, you got leading off for the Padres playing left field Richards, batting second, playing shortstop is Smith, batting third, playing first is Perkins, batting fourth, playing center field is Winfield, batting fifth, playing right field is Gamble, batting sixth, playing second base is Gonzalez. Batting seventh on the catching is Sweet. Batting eighth playing third base is Allman. And batting ninth and doing the pitching is Randy Jones. And for the hometown Atlanta Braves, you got leading off playing second is Royster. Batting second playing center field is Bunnell. Batting third playing right field is Matthews. Batting fourth playing left field is Burris. Batting fifth playing third base is Horner. Batting sixth playing first base is Murphy. Batting seventh on the catching is Pocoroba. Batting eighth playing shortstop is Rocket. And on the mound batting ninth is Camp. Let's get down here to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium and get going. And Gene Richards will start it off here for the Padres, batting 263 with two homers and 19 RBIs. This is Rick Camp's third start. His 22nd appearance, he's 1-6 with 5 saves and a 6.75 ERA. Here's the pitch to Gene. And that's going to be against the righty 7. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So the Padres with the leadoff batter aboard here. And up to the plate steps Ozzie Smith. And they're going to do a little hit and run here with Smith. And that's going to be a 35 on a hit and run. Strike runner steals second. 43 and a 7. Let's see, might not steal. 43 and a 7. That is going to be fielding column 2. And that's going to be strike, and the runner is out and a rundown. So we're just going to do a call it stealing here. That's what we'll do. Make it easy. So now there's one down, nobody on, and a one strike pitch to Smith. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart, Rocket. He fires over to first. Now there's two down. And Perkins comes to the plate. And Perkins is batting. This is his first plate appearance of the year. And in 1978 for the Padres, he batted .240 with 2 homers and 33 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 37 and a 66. And that's going to be hit out to left field. Burris is out there, and he makes a damn nice play out there. Nice job by Burris. And that ends the inning. So the leadoff hit goes nowhere. And that'll end the inning. And it's Padres nothing. Braves coming to the plate with Royster. Bunnell and Matthews. Royster batting .266. No homers and 20 RBIs. Randy Jones making his 20th start of the year. He's 10-6 with a 3.51 ERA. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Smith. He fires over to first, and there's one out. Barry Bunnell comes to the plate, and Barry's batting .218 with a homer and 13 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, Barry does. See where this one lands at in Atlanta. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field, and Barry's got himself a 1-out double. And the Braves got a runner in scoring position now with the big boys coming up. And here's Gary Matthews batting .264 with 7 homers and 27 RBIs. And that's going to be popped up to infield. A 6-8 11, 27, 30. That's going to be popped up down the second. And Gonzalez makes the catch. And there's one down, two down now. And it's up to Jeff Burris now with 2 outs to drive in Barry from second. Burris batting .333 with 13 homers and 56 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gamble. And that'll end the inning. The Braves strand one. We go to the top of the second. Still nothing. You got Winfield due up here, followed by Gamble and Gonzalez. And Winfield batting .257 on the year with 12 homers and 46 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Rocket. And that'll be out number 1. And Oscar Gamble comes to the plate, batting .317, 5 homers and 38 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this, drives that ball in the right field. That's going to be a 1-out double for Oscar. So now the Padres got a runner in scoring position and 1 out. And Gonzalez comes to the plate. And Gonzalez is batting .218 on the year. He's got no homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, a big strikeout. Well, it might not be a strikeout. Nope. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. He's going to look the runner back to second, fire over to first. And now there's 2 down. And Sweet comes up to the plate. And Sweet is batting .230 on the year with a homer and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. That is going to be a base hit in the left field with 2 outs. Let's see here. 53. Plus a 28 plus a 10. And only a 66 will throw Gamble out. And nope, that's going to be an RBI single. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead as Aaron Reed joins us here. Oh, it was good. I hope yours was too, Aaron, buddy. Yeah, I hope yours was too. Bill Aldman comes to the plate now with a runner on first and 2 outs. Aldman batting .235 with no homers and 29 RBIs. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike count on him. So here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit. So Rick Camp can't get this final out here this inning. Now there's first and second. And Randy Jones comes to the plate. So worst case scenario, the pitcher isn't going to lead off the top of the third. Randy's batting .186 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That'll end the inning. But the Padres score 1. Take a 1-0 lead into the second. Oh, cool, buddy. Yep. Sounds nice. Sounds nice, man. So we got Horner, Murphy, and Pokeroba due up here. And Horner's batting .229 with 6 homers and 13 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. No, it's not. I keep forgetting both of these pitchers got R's. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field for out number 1. And the Murph comes up. Dale Murphy batting .223 with 18 homers and 37 RBIs. And that's going to be another fly ball out to center field. Winfield's busy here in this inning. 2 fly balls to center, 2 outs, and that brings up Pokeroba. And Biff is batting .243 with 6 homers and 25 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play of 44 and a 36. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Oz, Wizard of Oz, is down there and makes a nice play. And that'll end the inning. And the Braves go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the third. You got the top of the order due up here for the Padres. Richards, Smith, and Perkins. Padres leading 1-0. Gene singled and got caught stealing on a botched hit and run back in the first. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bunnell, and that'll be out number 1. And Ozzie Smith comes to the plate, and he's batting 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Rocket, and again he grounds out to short for the second time today. And now there's 2 down here in the third. And Perkins comes to the plate, and Perkins, he flew out his first time up 0 for 1. Not this time. He gets a hold of this one. Where's this one going to land at? That ball is blasted out into left center field, and it's rolling around, and that brown-eyed handsome man's making the turn for third, and he's in there with a triple. Perkins with a 2-out triple. And Dave Winfield up trying to add to this 1-0 lead. Winfield grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And not this time, as the Padres are getting ready to add another run here. Maybe more, because that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Dave Winfield has just made this a 3-0 ball game with his 13th homer of the year. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Oscar Gamble. He doubled his first time up and came around to score the first run of the ball game. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Camp. Not a win inning, but the big 2-run homer makes it a 3-0 ball game. So we go to the bottom of the third. We got Rocket, Camp, and Royster due up. See, they got another game here today against the Padres. And then one more. Then they go on the All-Star break. And the Padres will open up with the Chicago Cubs. And Rocket is batting 162 on the year with no homers and 11 RBIs. That's going to be a ground ball down to Smith. And there's 1 down here in the third. Rick Camp comes to the plate. Camp's batting 200 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Camp walks. Let's see if the Braves can make him pay for walking the pitcher. Royster comes up. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll be only play for Ozzie. He'll be over to first. The runner will get in scoring position with 2 outs. And can Barry Bunnell deliver here and get the Braves on the scoreboard? He doubled his first time up. And that's not going to get the job done. That's going to be popped up down the second. Gonzalez makes the catch. And that'll be out number 3. The Braves leave a runner stranded at second. It's still 3-0 San Diego. You got Gonzalez, Sweet, and Allman due up. And Gonzalez is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Horner. He fires across the diamond for out number 1. Rick Sweet comes to the plate. He has an RBI single his first time up back in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Camp. 2 quick outs here in the fourth. And it's up to Billy Allman to get something going. Allman singled his first time up. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Nope, that's going to be a fly out to center. And that'll end it. 1-2-3 goes to Padres. To the bottom of the fourth we go. And the big boys due up here. Matthews, Burris, and Horner. Matthews 0 for 1 today. He's going to be 0 for 2 as that's a fly ball out to center field for out number 1. Now Jeff Burris comes to the plate. Burris 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Winfield. He's been busy today. 2 fly balls to center field, 2 outs. It's up to Horner to get a 2-out rally going. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Allman. And that'll end the inning. And again, the Braves go down in order. To the top of the fifth we go. Jones, and then back to the top of the order, and Richards and Smith. Jones struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit. Jones says he don't need no stinking DH. So Jones is aboard here with a leadoff single. That brings Gene Richards to the plate. And Gene's 1-for-2. Singled and got caught stealing in this game. That's going to be a team 7, 8, 11, 18, 25, 27. And that's going to be a rare play of 40. 40 and a 32. That's going to be a double in the left field, and Jones is going to stop at third. So now you got second and third. Nobody out. Going to force the Braves to bring the infield in. Already down 3-0. Nobody out. Ozzie Smith's up. So Ozzie's up. He is 0-for-2 today. He has grounded out the short both times. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And is that going to be deep enough to get the runner in? That'll be the question. A 3, and it probably is. That'll be a 56. That'll be a sacrifice fly by Ozzie. The runner scores, and the other will hold at second. And it's now a 4-0 ball game with a runner down at second and 1 out. And Perkins is up. He's 1-for-2. He tripled and came around to score back in the third. And he gets a hold of this one again. Perkins is hot today. And that ball is blasted into left field. And that rolls to the wall, and that'll score another run. And it is now 5-0. As Winfield comes to the plate with a runner still down at second in a 5-0 ball game. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And with Perkins' speed, he's going to stop at third. So now you got first and third. The Braves are going to play for the double play. Try to get out of this mess with only 2 runs scoring. As Gamble's 1-for-2. He's doubled and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Camp. His second strikeout of the game. Now there's 2 down, and Gonzalez is up. Gonzalez is 0-for-2. He's grounded out twice. And not this time. He's going to bust this game wide open now, folks. And that ball is hit into down to third. The runner's going to score. And Winfield's going to get down to second. So now it's a 6-0 ball game, and Sweet's up first and second, 2 outs. This game's not going the way the Braves wanted it to. In game number 1 of this doubleheader, Sweet's up. He's 1-for-2 with an RBI. And that's going to be a single into left field. Winfield's going to score. And Gonzalez is going to stop at second. And it's now a 7-0 ball game, and that's going to be, sure, hate to use the bullpen up in this first game. They're going to try to see if he can get Allman out. We'll go from there. Allman's 1-for-2, singled and flown out. And he finally gets the last out. That's a ground ball down the third. He'll fire over to second, and that'll end the inning. But the Padres score 4, make it a 7-0 ball game. Send 9 men to the plate. We go to the bottom of the 5th. You got Murphy, Pokeroba, and Rocket due up. Murphy 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take it. They need base runners in the worst way. Yeah, I think so. Aaron. And now you got Pokeroba up. He grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the winfield. He is busy today. A lot of fly balls to center field. There's one out. And now the Rocket's up. And the Rocket's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 25 and a 3. And that just might be a double play ball here. Nope, they'll get the runner out at second. That'll be a 3-6 put out. Now there is 2 down. And Rick Camp comes to the plate, and that will be it for Camp. He goes 5 innings, gives up 12 hits and 7 runs. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And Cito Gaston is going to come off the bench. Cito's batting 195 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Smith waits for it, makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. The Braves strand 1. We go to the top of the 6th in a 7-0 ball game. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here in a 7-0 ball game. And it's going to be Dave Campbell. He's going to come out and try to suck up some innings here for the Braves. So this is Campbell's 22nd appearance of the year. He's 1-1 with an 8.81 ERA. He'll be facing Jones, Richardson, Smith. And here's the pitch to Randy. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Royster's up with it for out number 1. And Gene Richard comes to the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a double and came around to score back in the 5th. That's a base on balls. So Gene's down at first. Let's see here. How many stolen bases does Gene have on the year? And Gene's going to take off for second here. And that'll be a 31. No, he's not going to take off. Changed my mind. He's going to stay put. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 43 and a 7. And that'll be fielding column 3. And that's going to be an error, runner to third. So Rocket throws that one away. and a runner will get down to third. And you got first and third and one out, and they're going to play back for the double play in a 7-0 ball game. They just want to get out of this inning. Perkins is up. He is 2 for 3 with a double and a triple and an RBI his last time up, and that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 53 and a 2 is probably fielding column 3, and it is. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Murph's going to fire down the second. And the relay back to first is too late. So 1 run scores. Now you got a runner on at first in an 8-0 ball game with 2 outs and Winfield up. And Winfield's 2 for 3. He hit a 2-run homer back in the third. Singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Royster. He goes the short way the second. But the Padres add another run, and it's 8-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th with the top of the order due up. Royster, Bunnell, and Matthews. Royster is 0 for 2, grounded out to short twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gamble. He makes the catch for out number 1. And Barry Bunnell comes up. He is 1 for 2 with a double in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Jones. He fires over the first, and there's quickly 2 outs here. Yeah, hungry because you ate nothing. That is right. Yeah, 8's enough. That's another one. 8 is enough. Gary Matthews is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Sarge gets aboard here with a walk. Jeff Burris comes to the plate. And Burris is 0 for 2 today. He's flown out twice. That's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes to him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a base on balls the hard way. We're on it twice. So Jones all of a sudden having problems with control, trying to get the last out here. Can Horner do something with first and second and get the Braves on the scoreboard here in an 8-0 game? Horner is 0 for 2 today. And he's going to be 0 for 3. That is a ground ball down the short. Smith's up with it cleanly, fires over the second. And the Braves strand 2 to the top of the 7th we go. And you got Gamble due up here, followed by Gonzalez and Sweet here in the top of the 7th. And Oscar's 1 for 3 with a double. He did strike out his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the leadoff batter gets aboard here in the 7th. Gonzalez comes to the plate. And Gonzalez is 1 for 3 with an RBI single his last time up. That's going to be a fly ball out to Sarge. Camps under it, makes the catch. And there is now 1 down. Can they get the ground ball from Sweet to get out of this inning? Sweet's having a hell of a game. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs today. That's going to be a 36. That's going to be a rare play on a 36 with a runner on first. A 36 and a 36. That is going to be hit down the short. Rockets down there. And that's not going to be good. And that's going to be first on a drop pop fly. Runner to third. He drops the pop fly, and a runner gets down to third. Ain't that awful? Nothing going the Braves' way today. In game number 1 here, this doubleheader. First and third, 1 out, 1 in an error. See if Campbell can get out of this mess here. You got Bill Allman up. Allman is 1 for 3. Can they get the ground ball double play out of him here? And nope, that's going to be a fly ball out in the right field. It drops in front of Matthews. Now to score 1. And Sweet, let's see with his speed, will he make it down the third? He should easily, even with his speed. Matthews does not have a good arm. Yep, so Sweet will make it down the third. And it's a 9-0 ball game. Now you got Jones at the plate with still first and third. Jones is 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Jones out. Now there's 2 down, and we're back to the top of the order in Gene Richards. And Gene, he is 2 for 3 today. He has walked and doubled and scored twice. Caught stealing. And that's going to be an 11. And that's going to be a single. The runner's going to score. And now you got first and second. Still 2 down and a 10-0 good buddy game. And Ozzie Smith's up. Smith's 0 for 3 today. And that'll finally end the inning. A ground ball down to Royster. He throws over to first. But the Padres score 2 more. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 10-0 Padres. Jones throwing a 1-hit shutout here today. He's got Murphy, Pocoroba, and Rocket due up. Murph is 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And here's the pitch to Murph. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Gonzalez. And that'll be out number 1. And Biff Pocoroba comes to the plate. Biff is 0 for 2 today, grounded out and flown out. And Biff gets a hold of this, drives that ball in the right field. And that's going to be a base hit, only the second hit of the game for the Braves. So the Braves got a runner down at first and 1 out for the Rocket. And the Rocket is 0 for 2, grounded out twice. That's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on the Rocket. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gene in left field. Now there's 2 outs, and that'll be it for Campbell. I'll have a pitch hitter here for him. And Sullivan will probably come out of the bullpen and try to pitch 2 innings here. Now let's see who's going to come off the bench here. Against the lefty. And Mr. Beal, Bob Beal is going to come off the bench here in a 10-0 ball game. And Bob's batting .293 with no homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Smith waits for it, makes the catch. And the Braves strand 1. We go to the top of the 8th. 10-0. Padres. Eddie Sullivan will come out of the bullpen here. And Sullivan will be facing a 3-4-5 hitters here. Perkins, Winfield, and Gamble. Perkins 2 for 4 with a double and a triple and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss that he strikes him out for out number 1. And Dave Winfield comes up here with 2 for 4 with a homer in this game. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Eddie. He fires over to first, and there's quickly 2 outs. Now Oscar Gamble comes to the plate, and Oscar's 1 for 3. He's doubled and walked in this game. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Gamble gets aboard here with a 2-out walk. Brings up the other G, Gonzalez. And Gonzalez is 1 for 4 with an RBI in the 5th. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Sullivan. He goes over to first, and that'll end the inning. Padres strand 1. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I believe so, Aaron. Yep. And we go to the bottom of the 8th with the top of the order due up here for the Braves. Royster, Bunnell, and Matthews. Jerry is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to the Oz. And the Wizard boots this one. A rare error. That's going to be an E6. Ozzy with a 10-0 lead is not concentrating, I guess. And Royster gets aboard here with an error. So Braves now with a runner on first, and Barry Bunnell 1 for 3 with one of the 2 hits. He doubled back in the first. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. 24, and the Gamble's out there. He should make this play. And that's going to drop in front of Gamble. Now all of a sudden the ball's bouncing the Braves way. A little too late, I think. That's going to be a single in the right field. And the runner's going to get thrown out at third. And the batter's going to get down to second on the throw. What the hell is Jerry Royster doing on a 10-0 game? Gets thrown out at third. So you got a single in the right. Runner's going to get thrown out at third. And the batter's going to get down to second. Crazy. What the hell do you think you're doing? So now you got Bunnell down at second. And there's 1 out. And Matthews is up. And Matthews is 0 for 2. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Ozzy doesn't boot this one. Looks the runner back to second, fires over to first, and now there's 2 outs. Now Jeff Burris is at the plate, and Jeff's 0 for 2. He's walked his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Burris walks for the second time today, and again Horner's up with first and second and 2 outs. Can Horner get the Braves on the scoreboard in this 10-0 ball game? Horner is 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one down the third. Allman will go to short way to second. And that'll end it. The Braves strand 2. To the top of the 9th we go. And it's a 10-0 ball game. You got the bottom third due up here. Sweet, Allman, and Jones. Sweet is 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And that's going to be against a righty. That'll be a base hit for Sweet. He's aboard here with the leadoff single. That brings up Allman now. And Allman's 2 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Warner makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Randy Jones comes to the plate, and they're going to let him bat. In a 10-0 3-hit shutout, they're going to let him go to distance here. He is 1 for 4. He has struck out twice and grounded out and singled. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Sullivan strikes him out for out number 2. And Gene Richards up now, 2 down, a man at first. He is 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI today. And that's going to be against the 9. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And Sweet's going to stop at second with 2 down. And Ozzie Smith's up. And Ozzie, he is 0 for 4. He might be the only Padre. Let's look to see Only Padre without a hit. Yes, he is. Everybody else has got a hit. Can Ozzy get that goose egg off the scorecard here? 0 for 4, but he does have an RBI. He did reach on an error back in the sixth also. And nope, that's going to be a ground ball down to Royster over to first, and Ozzy goes 0 for 5. And we go to the bottom of the ninth, and the Braves got a lot of work to do here, down by 10. They got Murphy due up here, followed by Pocoroba and Rocket. Murph is 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to the Murph. And that's going to be a pop up out in the shallow center field. Winfield comes in, makes the catch, and there's one down. Pocoroba comes to the plate now. He's 1 for 3. He did single his last time up, has one of the 3 hits. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Ozzy. And the Braves are down to their last out. Can Pat Rocket keep this game alive? Rocket is 0 for 3. He's flown out, grounded out twice. And that'll do it. That's a fly ball out to Oscar. He camps under it, makes the catch. And the Padres win easy 10-0. It's all Padres, that's for sure. All Padres in game number 1 of this doubleheader. See what the star is. Jones throws a complete game for the 6th time and a shutout for the 2nd time. The Padres 10 runs on 16 hits and 1 error. The Braves no runs, 3 hits and 2 errors. Gene Richards 4 for 5. Got Perkins 2 for 5, Winfield 2 for 5, Sweet 3 for 5, Allman 2 for 5. Winfield with that 2-run homer. Padres batted .500, 8 for 16 with runners in scoring position. Still left 10 men on base. Barry Bonnell was the only offense for the Braves. He had 2 out of the 3 hits, 2 for 4. The Braves were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Left 8 men on base. Jones picks up his 11th win. 9 innings, 3 hits, 5 walks. Rick Camp goes to 1-7, goes 5 innings, 12 hits, 7 runs, 2 strikeouts, and a homer. Dave Campbell comes in, adds insult to injury. 2 hits, 3 runs, all of them are unearned. 2 walks and a strikeout. Eddie Sullivan comes in and pitches 2 nice innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. And the next game on the channel is going to be the second game of this doubleheader between the Padres and Braves. It'll be Rasmussen going up against Easterly. I want to thank Aaron Reed for joining us here. If you're new to the channel and haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders, and the like button. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.